Hey everyone, this is Danielle from Ultimate Creative, and I have with me here Miss Tina Foy, well, Mrs. Tina Faust, actually, who is the owner of Bella by Tina Foy. Thank you so much for being with us today, Tina.
Thank you for having me, Danielle.
Absolutely. We are just honored to sit down and talk with you today. You have a lot going on. Tina, if you don't know, is a mom, she is a wife, she is a business owner, and we're going to get to that in a minute. She is a beauty pageant contestant from time to time, and she is also a model. So she's got a lot of things going on, and we'll dive into some of that. But the primary reason why we're talking to Tina is that she is the owner of Bella by Tina Foy. And it's a skincare company, it's a natural and organic skincare company. And I believe you have hair care products as well. Do we do
It's in the
hair?
works. We're
Okay.
working on it. We haven't launched anything yet, but it's in the works.
Okay, awesome. So we got something to look forward to. Um, but Tina, just tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, I am Tina Faust, so Mrs. Faust. I'm a mom, like you said. I'm a wife. Um, I am an everyday woman that deals with. I'm a boy mom, actually.
Oh,
So
okay.
with struggles. I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old, so that
Okay.
works within itself. I do pageants and I do model from time to time. Being a mom makes it kind of hard, especially with COVID going on. So it's a lot of traveling back and forth and making sure that they're being precautious and I'm being precautious. So
Mm.
it's not as much traveling and going out as before.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. But Bella by Tina Foy is it's my baby. It's my third baby.
Yeah. And so how long have you been in business then?
We've been in business now for a year and 6 months.
Okay. Oh,
And
so this kicked off right before the pandemic. For those of you who are
it
keeping
was
track, it's we're gonna date ourselves right now, but it is August of 2021. So this kicked off right before COVID.
yeah, the day we launched actually our town shut down. It was like
Mm,
we're launching it this time and like probably maybe an hour before we launched, like, oh, we're shutting down. Everything
oh my
closed.
gosh. Okay, and so you're a web-based business too. We can buy
Yes,
your products online mostly.
online at bellabytinafoy.com. We are currently in Makeup Evolution in California, Rialto. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Oh yeah.
California, you can find our products in their stores. We're
Awesome.
trying to expand slowly but surely, but mostly to brick and mortars, just where people can actually get their hands on and kind of talk to actual people instead of
Okay.
just getting virtual alone.
Awesome. Well, that's really good. And a lot of times people like to go in, especially with the types of products that you create. You know, they smell good. They people want to see how they feel on their skin, how do the creams
Yeah.
feel, and all of that. So I'm sure that's a welcome addition to the Rialto area.
It is a lot of positive feedback. It's one of those where it's women empowering women. So it was very
Mm.
exciting, very fun, and it's nice just to see us in a store on a different website. So
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they appreciate it there in the store as well. So tell us a little bit about how the company got its name. Where did that come from? It's a unique story.
so Bella by Tina Foy. Bella itself is from my younger sister. We called her Bella. Her name was Jessica, and her nickname was Bella. And
Okay.
she passed away a couple years ago, and I promised myself and her, no matter what I touched or did, her name will be included in it. So Bella was
Okay.
kind of a a given, and then Tina Foy is my model name. And I was like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna just slap it together. I'm my
Mm-hmm.
sister's keeper, so we're just gonna keep it together. And Bella by Tina Foy was created.
Oh, I love that. That's a really nice way to honor her and keep her legacy going, you know?
Yeah.
Include her in what you're doing. That's awesome. Okay. So, tell us what has been one of your biggest challenges that you have actually been able to overcome since starting out? I mean, you're still technically a startup, and we have had lots of struggles in the startup stage. So, is
Oh
there one,
yes.
maybe one or two things that you could pinpoint as something that you've been able to overcome? Maybe someone can get some relief out of that because they may be dealing with the same thing.
Yes, actually, with launching right at the pandemic, and I was usually I'm a perfectionist,
Okay.
and I had to get myself out of that mode. Like things weren't
Mm.
the way I pictured them to be when I launched, but I was like, you know what? It has to be this day. It has to be this time. I don't care what's going on. It just has to be this, and I just work
Yeah.
away everything around the line. So don't be a perfectionist. Just follow your dreams. You can take care of everything as you go. I would definitely say advertising and networking was one of the toughest things to do
Mm.
with the pandemic. But social media is a blessing. It can be a curse
Yeah,
sometimes,
it
but it's
is.
definitely a blessing just to be able to meet other people over social media and networking and just getting with like different mental groups, business
Mhm.
groups, entrepreneur groups, women groups, and you'll be surprised the people that you meet that's willing to just share information and just kind of help you to broaden and get bigger. That's what actually helped me to actually put my vision to life instead of worrying about being a
Wow.
perfectionist.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, and you're right. It's really easy to get caught up in that it's not perfect yet
Yeah,
stage, and you're just like, I gotta get this in line, and then when I get that in line, then I can do it, and then
yeah.
when I get that in line, I can do it.
Then,
But we can kind of hold ourselves back from um, doing what really needs to be done when we have that kind of thought process. But at the same time, there are certain things you may want to have in place, and there's nothing wrong with that.
that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I literally was doing everything to the very millisecond before it was time to launch.
Mm,
It wasn't perfect,
okay.
but I made it a promise to myself that it had to launch that time, that day, no matter what,
Okay.
and figure out everything else as I go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes that's how it has to be, especially when you're just starting out. And as we learn better and we learn different tools and practices that we can use, we do that as well. I think one thing I really like that you said is that you networked. You were not afraid to get out there, mix and mingle with some other women and see, what are they doing? What have they learned? And that's part of the reason too for us doing these little episodes, as I call them, just to kind of give folks some insight into what they may be walking into. So a lot of the businesses that I work with as a publicist and a communications specialist is typically they are small businesses, they are startups, or they've been in business maybe 10 years or less. So they have learned a lot, but they still have a ways to go. So it's always very interesting to hear the startup stories and to see, where they've been able to go from where they've started. So that's always been very fascinating for me. So, where do you see Bella by Tina Foy going in the next couple of years? Well, let's just say by this time next year. What are some things you want to accomplish?
I would like to have us in local stores. We're in Georgia, so I would like to have us in local stores. A lot of our clientels are like in California
Mm,
and Canada. We have a lot of clientele that way, but just to bring it more back down south and have more local businesses holding our products, I think is one of our big goals.
awesome. That would be great. And you're already international, so that is great. I think that's one of the advantages too of being online, at
Yeah.
least to start. You can be anywhere in the world, that you decide to do business, you
Yeah.
can do business. And that is great. That is really great. Um, do you have any insight or any words of wisdom for a budding entrepreneur or someone who is just, contemplating whether or not to jump in?
Follow your dreams. If it's something that your
Mm,
heart tells you to do, if it's a problem solver that you know that you've dealt with a problem and you want to fix it, follow your dreams. Get a journal, write down your thoughts, get a little bit of feedback, just kind of see if you were that person or a customer, how would you feel approaching someone? How would they
mm.
feel? Would it solve a problem that they have? And just go for it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask
Oh,
for
that's
help is the
beautiful.
biggest advice that I can give.
Yes, I agree. Ask for help. And that's really in all areas of life. If you don't know, ask somebody.
Ask for
You better ask somebody because you
Yep,
will regret just holding that in and just trying to figure it out on your own. Um,
that is so true.
I really agree with you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Someone has already been there and done that. Ask them.
That is so true. You'd be surprised what you go, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, let me try it this way, or
Hmm.
okay, let me find this book, or let me talk to this person. And you will be
Yeah.
amazed at what you can find out and learn just asking a simple question.
Exactly. And that doesn't mean that everyone's just going to give you the answer, but they can
Mhm.
lead you to resources. Like you said, a good book, another person who's even more experienced than they are
Yep.
in that particular area, and they can, you know, guide you along the way. There are many different ways to get help from people. It doesn't mean that you're asking for a handout, but people who genuinely want to help others who are where they used to be, they want to do that. They want to help. And I've come across many folks just in life in general who have not been afraid to share because of because they've been there,
Yeah.
and they see somebody who reminds them of themselves, and they want to help. They want to help. So I always appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know how many books I've been referred to that I've gotten and I have in my Audible that I'm just okay, I need to listen to this. I need to
Yeah.
work on this. So
Yeah. Now, how do you feel about podcasts? Because that's one of my favorite things to listen to.
I am just getting into the podcast. I've done a lot of books, a lot of virtual classes, a lot of networking pods. That's just like, okay, I need to go here. I kind of get in like different directions, shows. Name it, I probably went through. I'm just not getting into the podcast and just getting different thoughts. I'm hearing other entrepreneurs get interviewed and talk about their experiences and what they've done and what's worked best for them. So it's very
Awesome.
interesting the different avenues we can take to learn.
Oh, yeah. There's so many different ways, and we all learn differently too. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. There's so many different ways that we can learn. Um, we're going to give everybody the opportunity to leave questions in the comments. Excuse me, in the comments for Tina. So please go ahead and leave those in the comments. And we are both going to come back and look and see if anyone has any questions that, they want answered. Tell us a little bit. We didn't really dig into this, but please tell us about your products. We know that they're skincare products and they're natural. You use natural ingredients, which is awesome. But tell us a little bit about some of the offerings you have.
So we have currently four different collections. I use all the products myself, minus the stuff for the men. Yeah, that's not happening. I
Yeah.
usually give that over.
Oh, you
I
have a
give that over
guinea
to
pig for that.
my husband. Yeah, I give it to my husband. But we do have four different collections. Our first collection is our spa collection. That's more of the at-home spa, relaxing after a long day, can't make it to the spa, or don't want to go out to the spa, and just
Hmm.
have your face mask, your cucumber tea gel mist for your eyes. I'm actually having on now. Probably it's dried now, but
Oh,
um,
wow.
and foaming gel that you can use daily. Face mist just for a refresher and to even out your skin tone. And then we have our glow collection, which is one of my favorites because it's kind of your on the go collection for people that do makeup or just want to have that natural glow without the makeup. That
Mm.
consists of a makeup remover, which is natural cleanser with oils, a primer that gives you more of a glow. So even if you don't want to wear a foundation or a bronzer, it kind of gives you that glistening pearl iridescent feel.
Mm.
And then we have a little lip plumper for the ones that want an extra little mwah to the lips. it
Awesome.
doesn't it doesn't doesn't do anything ridiculous, but it gives you just enough to add a little extra to your lips when you put on your lipstick or your lip gloss. And then for the
Okay.
ones that we're working on the eyebrows or the eyelashes, want a little bit longer, a little fuller look, we do have that serum to put on at night to kind of help with that look. And then that's our glow collection. We also have a glow bag that just launched a couple weeks ago actually that has a little bit more knickknacks
Yeah, I saw that.
with earrings and bracelets to kind of have your own go. So if you have to transition from work to going out to a party, you don't have to try to rush home, or you don't have to have what I call the muck face, where your makeup just looks run down and worn.
Mm, yeah.
You can actually refresh it.
Yes.
So we have that in that collection. We just launched a renew collection last month, and that's
Okay.
more for renewing. If you took a break from your skincare and it's like, oh crud, let me get back on it to get rid of those spots and kind of refresh and get started all over again in your skincare. That's our
Hmm.
new collection. So that's that. You know what? I paused for a minute. Let me get back into my regimen. And then, of course,
Okay.
we have our men's collection. Right now, that only has the beard oil that kind of gives them the natural coffee to kind of give that caffeine, that give that boost, that shine that their beard needs. We
Hmm.
are adding more collections, but we're still in a testing to see what's going to work on what would be good for the guys. But my husband used the other collection. He mostly uses spa products. That's his favorite collection to use. We do
Okay.
masks. We do masks together. We do our scrubs
Awesome.
together. So it's unisex. Both male and female can use it. But we do want the guys to have their own too, so they can have their own little collection to go to.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. And I like that. Something you all can do together. Any of you out there that may be in a couple relationship, and or a situationship or whatever you're
Whatever.
doing, whatever you're doing, whatever you want to call it, there's something you can do together as your us time. Okay.
Hmm.
You don't have to, you can have your me time and use the
Hmm.
spa collection or whatever, whichever of those products that you need. And then you can also do things together. So that's awesome. Very nice. Well, we're looking forward to seeing what else is coming from Bella by Tina Foy. And is there anything that you want to say? We definitely want to give you an opportunity. Please tell everyone where they can find you. The website is bellabytinafoy.com, but where else can they find you, maybe on social media?
So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram. I just created a TikTok. I'm a little bit
Oh,
late on that. So I just created a TikTok. But you can find me on all social media platforms at Bella by Tina Foy. You can DM me, email me, Tina F at Bella by Tina Foy. If you email customer service, at bellabytinafoy.com, and somebody will respond or I'll respond directly. I like talking to people and getting feedback or finding out what their problems are and head them in the right direction.
hmm.
So I'm a normal person. I want people to realize that they can actually talk to someone in the skincare industry and not be just another number or another face.
Yes.
So
Yes. And by the way, if you are already a fan of Bella by Tina Foy, or you are I know you got some loyal customers out there that have been just ordering repeatedly, go
yeah.
ahead and put a heart in the comments so we know that she can see that you have found us and you're watching as well. Okay. Well, if you don't have anything else, then we'll go ahead and cut it here. But I have enjoyed talking with you as always.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. Definitely have to do it again.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds great. Thank you all for watching and tune in for the next one.